here that I have two box stock brand new RC trucks at the same time, so I thought I'd take advantage of that. Do a head-to-head comparison. On the left is the Axial SCX24 deadbolt, and on the right is the Redcat Ascent 18. I'm trying to run them on the same lines as much as possible so you can get a good look at how they perform. I picked up the SCX24 for about 90 bucks recently. Usually they're about 110. The Ascent 18 I picked up for the $99 original price, and now they're at about 120. There have been tons of comparison videos made on both of these, but I haven't seen too many that are just box stock to box stock, so that's why I decided I'd just share with you. Either one of these trucks is going to make this particular obstacle, but I can tell you I was more confident driving the Redcat up that slope than I was the SCX24. The Redcat has a longer wheelbase and a wider stance, but it's in particular it's the shocks, I think, that really make the difference on these two rigs as far as stability. The oil-filled Redcat shocks just really make it more comfortable to drive, more predictable, and less likely to flip. But it still does it. But there are plenty of situations where the Axial can do a better job, especially in a narrower situation. Like here, I set it up knowing that the Axial was narrow. And so it just drove right through that obstacle where the Ascent, I had looked at it. But the Ascent is not without its problems. Here I lost the drive shaft where it connects to the U-joint. Took me a little bit, popped it back on, squeezed it together, and it worked just fine after that. No further issues. Here's an example where the Redcat just rolled right on up to the obstacle. But the Axial, I had to take a zigzag approach to get up to it in the first place before I could even start trying to get through the obstacle. Just wasn't confident to drive up that it wouldn't just flip over and I'd have to start over. You'll see the Redcat here do a nice self-recovery. Just pointed the wheels up and hit reverse and was able to put it back on its feet. The Axial, I had to actually take an alternate route. I wanted to get a different approach at it, so I grab off camera and take a loop and then come back from a different angle. You'll notice these long pauses here where it looks like it's just sitting there doing nothing. And that's me trying to just touch the throttle enough to get it to move without flipping it over. But it does create for a long pause when you're trying to find that very head. Definitely the Redcat electronics are much, much better. No doubt. Here is where the Redcat really shines. This was on a side hill on a very bumpy and holdy set of rock, very uneven. And I was flipping the SCX24 time and time again. But you can see the Redcat on the right. I'm able to just get enough fine tuning on the throttle and enough of the, it has the wider stance, so that helped too. But really, the throttle control really helped me through here. You'll actually see the left rear come off, so both wheels will be off the ground there for just a little bit. The SCX24, I never could quite make it past that spot, so I gave it a little help. And from here on in, it does fine, and the narrow wheelbase actually helps it outperform the Redcat in this case. Both of these are great rigs. I really enjoy them both. I have multiples of each. I don't have any hesitation about buying either one again for future builds, but it just gives you an example of how they look when they run side by side. In the future, I'll make another video or two maybe put the same set of wheels on each of them, and that'll help you know what it looks like when they both have the same set of treads. Happy crawling.